Hello and welcome back to Open Wheel Manager 2. So here we are, kind of shifting our focus into next season a little bit with looking at contracts. We signed with Driveria last time as our engine contract is coming to an end, and definitely stepping up to a better engine supplier. So another contract that we need to take care of today, as I was taking a look at this, is we do not have a production engineer signed for next season. We also need to take care of sponsors for next season, but we do not have enough of the negotiation points to be able to recruit some sponsors. If you remember, we need 21 to even go out and be able to recruit some sponsors. So let's take a look right now for a new production engineer. Now, looking at our current one, who's not that bad, I mean, considering where we are as a team, 4 leadership, 5 to the level, and let's see if we can potentially take a step up. So let's go to our search, and we'll go to staff, production engineer, and we'll just sort by level here and see next season. A 10 and 9, we're probably not going to sign. And he's 73, going to be retiring soon, if not already, because I would assume McFly would want to keep Laszlo here. But I do see Maxim Korolyov, 7-7, although with a -4, which is kind of his view on our team. The higher the number, the better that they'll sign. But why don't we make an offer and see if we can match his demands? Okay, 102. He's happy with the signing bonus. I know they sometimes like shorter seasons, so why don't we go to 99? And he's going to make his decision by 27th week, so we have a race in Germany before then. But let's send him the offer. And let's just clean up some of these. Again, I'm still hoping they do add a kind of a button here, like mark all as red, so a lot of these we don't really care. We do need to fix our cash flow issue. And one thing I'll mention is, I think in the last video or the video before that, I mentioned that one of the things I wanted to try is not to work on a car for next season and to see what would happen. So I did that on my other save just to see what would happen. And I mean, if it was really bad, we wouldn't want to do that in the Let's Play. And so what happens is everything is at 40% and you have a really, really bad car. So with that said, I do not want to do that in the Let's Play. So I'm just going to leave everything at 100. And we'll just start doing the research and develop next year's chassis. Now, one thing we do need fairly desperately is a way better chief designer, because our chief designer has only a level 2. So you get 1 by default, and then the max potential of your chassis is dictated by your chief designer's level. So we definitely want to upgrade so that next season we can develop a car in this range, and that's going to really affect the speed of our car. And then also we need to start thinking about upgrading all of these components as well. So we're starting to get a hang of things here, and everything looks to be good. We're still not going to develop anything. We just don't have the cash to do so. And I think that completes all the housekeeping items. I'm trying to think. Yeah, and so I'm going to go after research points so that, well, I don't know if we need it actually. The side pods need it. I mean, you start needing it when you, I think when you get to 5, you start needing the research points to be, yeah, see, this one's 5, needs 15. So we can focus on the front wing here and the rear wing until we need research points, but they do reset. So if we go after research points and we can't even spend it, and you know we get to the 52nd week, it's kind of a waste. But at the same time, working on the green zone in this car, I don't know how useful it is. So another thing I'm assuming with the next year's chassis is that this green zone is also affected by the level of our designer. So like if it's a higher one, potentially the green zone could be up here, which would be great. But I think we have our designer for one more season after this. Let's see. Yeah, Craig Douglas. I could, well, so he's going to retire in 99, but we're still a couple years away. Oh, so the level is 3, so never mind on the, you get 1 by default. I think you get 1 if you don't have a designer and you decide to. So I can't even get him out of his contract. So I'm stuck. I can't sign anyone. Okay, and we sent an offer out there. All right, let's go to the race. Weak engine, so let's oh, and fuel consumption is going to be important. So why don't we actually think about fuel economy? We'll go with the neutral setup. All right, got that one. And then we'll do knowledge of parts. 1416. Oh, not simulate. Okay, here we go. Germany. And it doesn't seem like we are expecting any rain so far. Let's make that switch here too. And Zealous drops. Let's take a look at Korkmaz here. I mean, this is a huge grouping. I mean, we're still early on. Let's see if anyone's first place, which I'm assuming is... Oh, it's not Don Collins. The legend. Oh, he's in second now, but... Man, who's this in first? Pulling away. How do I see their full name? Krieger. Who's starting to pull away. I'm seeing another group here, and then 12th and 13th. There's a bit of a gap forming. He locked the tires. We need to bring that down. Get this out of the way here. And the buddies are back together. Okay, Zelich goes ahead. So I was going to let Zelich through since he may be the one to actually overtake, but Zelich is getting further away from Ribeiro. 0.6, 0.7. Korkmaz here needs to bring down the temps a bit, not anymore for Zelich. And he's fine as well. 57, 58 for fastest lap. Let's see. 53, wow. Wow, look at that. Look at that difference between 1 and 2. Let's see where they were getting. 45 here, 34 here. And Zelich just lock the tires. Okay, let's bring that down. And we're at lap 9. getting further and further away. Let's take a look at the map here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of distance here. He's defending. He's basically just defending the group here. Yep. But for how long? Okay, looks good. So one thing we can do next season, because we're sponsored by Driveria, I believe, either a sponsor or a partner. Oh, Baroni is out. We can actually push the engine a little bit more because we can get free engines from Driveria. So we don't have to worry so much about replacing our engine and the cost. Takahara too is out. Zealot over 8 seconds. I mean, we'll see now. Once the pits start going in, and it looks like Zelich is going to be coming in on the next lap, most likely. He's at 7.8, 5.1. Yeah, he's coming in next lap for sure. Lap 15, yep. Lap 19 for Korkmaz, who's still on the tail, but just refusing to make any sort of moves. Now, is Zelich going to come in or not? Okay, there he is. In the pit. See him right over there. Oh, sorry, right over here. Going back out, and then we'll change our colors going into next season. One thing I didn't notice is you could change your livery colors. I think in the first 4 to 8 weeks, if I remember correctly, it's something like that. All right, so Korkmaz is going to be coming in here. Next lap, 19 laps. So he's 2.3, 2.4. It's growing, but he's in 11th. 2.5. It's coming in. Korkmaz going down. I mean, Germany's hurting us. That weak engine is really hurting us. And we just can't catch up to anybody. Look at that, just dropping so quickly. Let me come down here. Korkmaz currently in last place. Not anymore. Takes over. And his gap is just growing. Alright, Zelich. Defending this group, but look at that gap to 13. 11 seconds. It's a pretty long track, if that's 11 seconds. Korkmaz here trying to catch up. And he's also losing time in 20th. I mean, you know you're not in a great spot when your driver's in 20th and losing time to the 19th spot. All right, let's see if Zelich can hold on to that 14th. Lock the tires. Okay, let's make sure. Comes down, coming in on this lap. All right. Keep sending these messages. I'm a little scared he's going to end up crashing out. Okay, he's coming in. 12 laps to go. See if Collins made it to first. Nope, still in second. Wow, he was quite a bit behind. And Zelich here, losing time. "14 seconds, 2.6. Where's 18? Up here. Zelich 17. Now the question is, will another team pit again this late? I don't know how the AI plans. We haven't really been keeping track. I know sometimes, in these games, the AI can make some questionable decisions when it comes to pitting late, but .7, 1.8, 1.5. Just can't catch up. 4 laps to go. Korkmaz now on his own. Sorry, I was thinking that was Zelich. He's 1.4, 1.1. All right. He's defending 2 behind him. Will he have enough time to make a move here? He potentially does. I mean, it's still 3 laps. It's quite a bit of time to make a move. Although he's on hards now, so that's going to make things a little bit more difficult, whereas Korkmaz did the opposite and is on softs for his last stint. 2 laps to go here. However, I do believe this follows whoever's in first, so we're probably behind them by a lap. Yeah. So we have about 3 to go. Can Zelich be able to take over here? I don't think so. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a move. Oh, and he does. Looks like he does. And there you go. Is able to keep that 15th spot. Korkmaz in 19th, which is technically in last if you consider everyone who got a DNF. We do have a new chassis decision we can make, but there hasn't been a lot of rain, so I'm not too worried about this. I'd rather save up and start working on the wings here. And we do get 8. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. 90s, 74, that's okay. 60s, that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to spend the money to do that. We're going to be making 90K today. Okay, so -4 is that +1? Yeah, so he doesn't like our team level. So we can't do anything about that. So if it was like, hey, I don't like the terms you're giving me, we could offer him more money, but I feel like he's not that much of a bump in terms of the level. Like, I don't know how much right now I care about the leadership, because the leadership affects how quickly they'll get promoted. Now, I'm still trying to... oh, actually, here, let's try and see. Okay. Building affects the total number of staff. Okay. Total number of staff and their distribution by skill level affects the number of points gained per week. Okay. Upgrading. Building upgrades are quite expensive. It is recommended to start them when your balance is at least twice the cost Okay. Of course, if the construction goes over budget, you can always cancel it. It looks like there's a little bit of typo on here. But the money already spent will not be returned to you. Okay. You can save your team's money. You can close buildings. When a building is reopened, your HR will start hiring. Okay, so you can close and open depending on the salary. I mean, salary's not that overbearing right now. So we have a room for 3 more. So we're getting 2.1 negotiation points per week. Okay, so that's good. It's a good point that we should have at least double before we start spending. And then next Krieger wins. I think I'm going to send Brennan an offer too, just in case we do not get chosen. I'll give you... Thing is, you don't want to get stuck. Let's do 1 year at a time. Okay, so let's continue. If that goes down to 1, you know he didn't sign with us. So Brennan is okay with signing the contract. Korolyov doesn't. There's probably no way. I mean, he's getting a +1 and we're at a -4 here. And he's okay with our team level. And he's okay with the salary. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to sign Korolyov here. We're going to sign that contract. Contracts, end of 97, and then we can upgrade these. That would be good. Facilities engine, not really doing anything in here. We start with a 4 chassis, and we're gonna go down to 3 next year, but hopefully these parts will be able to help us out. I'm trying to think if there are any other pieces we can work on before we end this video. I don't think so. So we'll end it right here. We are going to, I believe that's Australia, right? Yep, we are headed to Australia. And as always, I thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe as we continue our journey through Open Wheel Manager 2. And I'll see you all next time.